Today, Brian and I are kicking up the stakes. We are drafting a $500 single entry Bulldog team on Underdog Fantasy. Come join us.
Does he think? I
It's
think
not
he
a
thinks
go.
this. He thinks this is a go. Vegas Dave thinks this is a go.
Hot naked girls doing yoga.
What?
Why don't you just win like a man?
Random.org. Type in 1 for yes, 2 for no, and let the DFS gods pick for you.
And I'm absolutely begging you not to dupe us.
Please.
Please don't dupe us.
All right, before we chop it up, we're going to get the bat signal out right away. We are registered for this $500 Bulldog single entry tournament. It's a pretty nice contest. Single entry, $20,000 to first place, only 216 total entrants. We need 6 more here. Come and join us, Brian. We're about to see how quickly we can fill a $500 league.
I just finished up 10 tabling Underdog.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
BBM3, I assume?
BBM3. Takes like 10 minutes to fill all 10. At this time of day anyways, who knows? At night, I don't know if it's faster. I tried to set up where I used to play poker. I would set up like a table and then just line them up like three in a row if I was playing like 9 tabling. But you can't do that with Underdog. It doesn't shrink.
Yeah. Apparently I underestimated our influencer powers because then that snap filled. So
Okay.
a lot of people with $500 kicking around, apparently.
All right. How many badges? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I recognize 4 and we got Alhambro,
4,
Deposit
5.
Kingdom, bro. We got a tough room here. Oh, our friend Awesemo in the mix. I assume this is the real Awesemo, not the awesome yo. There we go. Very nice.
Shows you what his influencing powers are diminishing, getting that 11 spot.
I know. Well, and if he doesn't take 3 quarterbacks after writing that article, we can out him as a fraud as well.
He's got to take 3 Q. Doesn't matter if he takes like Mahomes and Jackson back to back.
Did tell me though how your 10 tabling went.
So my goal was to draft QBs early, so they would highlight the stacks faster. Just go a little bit early on QB so I can know where my stacks are and just put them in the queue, and then know what I'm kind of doing back to back. What was my other strategy? Oh, I had to shrink the zoom. Like I zoomed it out.
Oh, I was wondering, did you get all 10 up at once or were you going through tabs?
It wouldn't work like if I did them on their own thing. So I had to go tabs and then what is it, control, and then on your mouse wheel you just like roll backwards and zoom it to like 80%.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see the whole, because you need to see the whole team.
Right.
What else did I do? One backfire was the stack things. I would draft like 2 running backs from the same team by accident. So like, who's the Philly running backs? Gainwell, and who's the other guy?
Sanders.
Sanders. So I'd be like, oh, I got a stack. And then I'd go back and like, I already took fucking Sanders on that team.
I almost did that in a draft the other night. I've done so many stream drafts, I can't remember. It was where I had Cam Akers, and I was so excited to draft Kyron Williams as a sleeper. And then I was like, no, I can't do this.
Oh,
right.
The same
backfield.
That defeats the whole purpose. The 8 slot, I had, I think I had 1 8, and that's like the worst spot.
It really is. And I can't complain because I have had plenty of influencer 101s, but 108 is my second most common spot, according to Michael Dubner.
We only have 216 opponents, Pete. 215.
Yeah. Who do you want to take? I would say I am obviously always worried about wide receivers in rooms like this, so I'm kind of lean Adams, but would also be
normally I'd take Adams, but with 200 and some opponents, I'm fine taking one of the running backs too, but go ahead. Pick whoever you want.
Let's do Adams because I think we're going to feel comfortable with whatever running back is available to us coming back. Yeah,
I think you're right. But yeah, with 215 opponents, and is it? I didn't read all the rules. Is it still playoffs?
Yeah, it's going to be similar structure. Let me double check on the advancement groupings here. So it's obviously a 12-person group for round 1. Week 15 is a 6-person group. week 16 is a 6-person group, and the finals 8-person finals group. So we
Yeah.
got to get those bringbacks, dude. I mean, you got to get that running back, wide receiver, oppo correlation.
Then now that should really truly just be a tiebreaker at this point.
I've been laughing because I was listening to Davis and those guys were drafting a main event team, and that format's completely different. It's just a sprint weeks 15 through 17, and they're still talking about week 17 correlation.
Can't help it.
You can't help it. It's too fun.
I think in this I would rather have no playoffs, just total points when you're only playing against 216. I don't know.
Oh, in this specific size contest?
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah.
It's like a lot of variance on top of variance. Again, I don't know. I was thinking of a high stakes format. I think I was watching one of your shows, and somebody was trying to fill like a $2,000 one or a high stake $500, something like that. And okay, so we lost a lot of those running backs.
Yeah, my whole thesis about I thought, maybe Swift or Barkley will make it back.
Yeah. So like I think against 216, you don't need Debo. Like you could take either one of those guys.
I'd probably lean Kamara if we're gonna do one.
But you can go Debo if you still feel that that's the way to go. You pick.
Yeah. You know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm going fucking Javonte Williams.
What?
Live a little.
What?
Live a little.
What? He did it.
Kamara spooks me so much. Anyways, go ahead.
I think I have the same solution for everything now. I'm realizing as I say this, and they should do it like pools. So you just enter like, yeah, I'll play a $500 or I'll play a $2,000. Like they might get a guy like me in this, but like I'm not gonna enter until I say ready. Right. So you just enter this pool, and let's say there's 100 guys, and then when the first 12 guys to say ready, it starts the draft.
Right.
So you don't know who you're competing against. It just says like 10 guys ready.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay, I'll go ready because I'll sit here for 20 minutes. And it's like, okay, I got to go do something. I can't wait now. I'll unready. And then it drops down. But I'm not like just sitting there getting scooped by these guys who are, talking on Twitter, trying to get people to join when there's 5 dudes just sitting there.
I know. I mean, we're fortunate that we could fire up a live stream and get a draft filled, but it is the liquidity. Obviously, the higher you go up, it gets harder and harder. Underdog drafters in general are very fortunate how quickly these drafts fill. BBM 3 drafts. I mean, I'm never waiting more than 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do a bunch of multi-table. I might stream one. I think I actually can. It's going to be a shit show, but just for fun, what the hell?
Yeah,
but,
do it.
I don't think you could do it for the other sites. Oh, maybe DraftKings. I don't know how fast they fill, but definitely not drafters. I don't think you're getting 10, 20 tables at once.
Yeah.
Tables. It's not poker, but whatever the hell you would call it. Drafts.
Yeah.
But anyways, if they did do that, like a pool instead, I think it would help the high stakes games filling a lot more.
Yeah. I agree.
Just get in a pool, say, hey, I'm going to do one of these, but I don't want to be a sucker and reg and then wait 2 days for it to fill. And then I'm not sitting there.
Yeah. And I know on DK, I guess a lot of times too, I mean, you're people forget. And so then you'll normally have 2 to 3 auto drafters in a $550 draft or whatever.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
All right. I actually like this pocket here. I am glad that we went running back there in the second. Definitely happy with Mike Dubb, DJ Moore, or Sutton here.
What about an Allen and try to get A Bear on one of these on the comeback, right? Wouldn't it be a little early, but something? I mean, obviously you don't have to force correlation against 215 people, but
yeah,
either one.
Yeah, I think let's make a big bet on Denver with this team. And again, with how small these are, I'm less worried about.
I hate doing that on a stream though, because
why?
Then we're gonna get sniped.
But you just said, why don't we take Keenan and then Justin Herbert?
That was to get in their head. It was a misdirection, Pete.
Yeah. Let's see. Liam says, Liam had 3 or 4 autos in his 2120 DK stream this week. That's crazy.
I mean, listen. I would like to have that EV too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, they're voluntarily doing it. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm not saying that, but like, just like now, those people might not want to do it again next year. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'd rather they did something that would encourage more people to reg for the high stakes games.
Yeah. Andrew, why are you spooked on Kamara? I mean, lots of different things: age, new coach, new quarterback. Just lots of variables. Obviously, his ADP movement doesn't matter in this contest that just opened up. But yeah, I think he's a fine pick. He's just he's not my favorite, as evidenced by when I was forced to click with $500 on the line, and I said no, thank you.
Yeah, I think in this we're like looking for the opposite of like question marks, the opposite of the miracle plays where you need everything to work out to beat 500,000 teams.
No Bo Sox. Why not use a delay on live streams like this? One, on YouTube, the max delay is 1 minute anyways, which would be negligible, even talking through later situations. And 2, we're doing this for content. And I think people who are actually like, I play it up as a bit with getting sniped. It's like, guys, if I was trying to ring out EV against the top drafters on the Underdog robe, I wouldn't be streaming this anyway. It's just like, we're having fun.
That's true.
Everybody relax. Let's see here. So I'm definitely good with ETN. If we want to add another running back here, what do you see?
Judy, and then just mega stack.
It. Yeah.
Judy or ETN?
Let's do ETN here, and then
right.
Then we can see which one of these wide receivers come back to us. Yeah.
Or an onslaught. I'm sorry. Who named it onslaught? Leone?
Oh yeah. Does he get credit for the term onslaught?
I don't know. I was asking, honestly.
Let us know. Let us know who invented the term onslaught.
I know it's a term in hockey too. Hockey stacks, like, I think.
It's the double-edged sword, right? You get to, if you want to hop in a Bulldog draft, you're gonna have to sit around for hours to wait for it to get filled, but you're gonna get maybe some non-badge bros in there. We get the draft filled in the flick of a finger, but it's gonna be a bunch of badge bros and people listening to us talk through our strategy. So it's a give and take.
Is that Awesemo in there?
I think it is. Alex, you're normally in the chat sometimes on Lulz. Reveal yourself. Are you drafting right now? I was going to try to meet up with Alex on Friday. He was in town for that DraftKings Live final, but it did not work out.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean, quarterback stuff, we have lots of options on that front. Obviously, Russ, we have Derek Carr available. We have Trevor Lawrence available. So we got guys in different pockets. I thought about maybe going Marquise Brown if we wanted to open up a Kyler thing. There he is.
A Bear staring at us.
We knew he was there.
Okay.
What is, I haven't seen his team. What did Alex do so far? Kelsey in the first, Swift, Mahomes.
Took 3 QBs, first 3 picks.
3 QBs. Did it for the brand.
I have like 30% Kelsey. How fast is the exposure page update on Underdog? Is it every 24 hours or is it after completion of the draft?
Your personal exposure?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. I'm pretty sure it's automatic. Or like once you finish a draft, yeah.
Seems like it's behind for me.
You're just trying to get that Kelsey exposure down.
Well, that's the only other strategy I do when I'm doing 10 tables.
Yeah,
is I just look at target exposures and my exposures and just try to get it close to it. And that's it.
Yeah. What did you end up running any of your sims, your best ball sims?
Nah, I couldn't get the like API stuff to work easy enough. It was too much pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, I could if it's a priority, but it's
next summer.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Ethan says it's behind a little. It usually takes 2 drafts and some refreshing for mine to update. There you go. We are almost on the clock again. Definitely like this pocket as well. I am still remain a very big fan of elite tight ends. Also think Deontay Johnson is a nice value here. Where do you lean?
Yeah. Who are the other tight ends after Kittle?
So then you're down into the
So it's a big
Schultz.
drop. Yeah, either way, I would random.org this one.
Random.org it. Let's more chances at wide receivers. I think we like. Let's do Kittle.
Okay.
We know Alex is going to maybe take a couple wide receivers here with a 0 wide receiver start through 4.
Week 9's not going to be our week.
Yeah. We got Quigley in the chat. He was debating between Deontay and Lamar. Took Lamar from the 1.
Yeah. So what's the deal with this serious show, Pete? Tell the people. Tell me.
Thank you, Max. Yeah. So with Fantasy Life, we've been doing Sundays 5 to 7, myself and Kendall Valenzuela, and we just got promoted to 5 days a week. Pretty sick slot, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., the lunchtime hour on SiriusXM Fantasy. And so, yeah, that's going to be starting Labor Day. So should be good if you guys want to catch that out.
Sweet. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's see here. Deontay Johnson at 58. I will say, despite being a Badge Bro room, this isn't an avalanche room. There's been kind of decent wide receivers available to us at most of our picks.
I mean, they probably all think the same thing. It's only 215 opponents. You don't need to go crazy.
But I like to go crazy.
You don't need to take Adam Thielen in the 5th round, for example. Oh, and David Montgomery. Look at this guy.
Oh, my God. Alex is just thumbing his nose at everything I believe in.
He doesn't have any wide receivers. His first wide receiver is Adam Thielen.
He took not having to go crazy to heart here. So this is an interesting spot. I mean, do we want to lock up the kind of quarterback with elite upside and stack it up with George Kittle and Trey Lance? Are you worried about Jimmy Garoppolo?
I was thinking Ayuk, and then if Lance goes, then we can take. All right, just lock it up.
I will say I thought through that too. If we were on the turn or whatever, but there's 0 chance Lance is making it back.
Yeah, I'm worried about Trey Lance a little bit.
Are you? You're getting a little worried?
Yeah, listen. I pay a lot of attention to this stuff, Pete. So I just listened to ETR's latest podcast. That's how I'm worried. That's the only research I do, basically.
Aren't you worried? Aren't you worried? Why you guys keep saying Team 12 is cut off? Isn't Alex Team 12?
He's 11.
Oh, I thought Alex was Team 12. Sorry, Hochberg. There you go. Now you get your. I realize when you pay $500 to get into this draft, you're hoping for a little stream, billboard notoriety, equity, and I apologize for depriving you of that.
David Montgomery league winner.
Was that a comment Alex just made in the chat?
No, I'm just seeing in the future.
The bit was supposed to, you were make David Montgomery slide to us all the way at pick 89 and watch me just, actually be in physical pain as I'm forced to select him. I will also say Aaron and Awesemo's avatars on first glance in my chat stream also look very similar. So getting confused.
Could be related.
There was actually an article out today. I forget which media outlet had it about the Beats are worried about David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Khalil Herbert and Ebner better fit for what they want to do with this offense. He's going to scale back his touches. So,
new coach.
Welcome to the right side of history, DeMont faders.
The new coach stuff does scare me. Who's
the new coach? Yeah.
Yeah. How many teams have new coaches?
Man, I wish I knew that piece of trivia. The Broncos, the Saints. I'm sure the chat can help us out here. What do you think in a smaller format of going kind of double elite QB with Russ?
Yeah, do it. That's what I was gonna say.
I don't think I don't see anyone here that I feel super gross passing on. Let's lock up that. Oh, double bye week. Oh no.
Oh, son of a bitch. I did not even notice that. I just wanted that correlation so bad.
Bye week Twitter in shambles.
What are we going to take? Josh Jacobs?
Here are the coaches. Jags, obviously, no Urban Meyer. Dolphins, Giants with Daboll. Yep. Vikings, new coach.
Oh, that's one. Vikings with Madison.
Yeah.
What's going to happen there?
Eagles. Did I see on Twitter you're only at 90 BBM threes? If Eagles isn't maxing BBM 3, my entire worldview is going to be shattered.
He was in one of my drafts today, and it's like how much? Maybe if you didn't draft in every single draft on the planet, you'd have $500 to enter this.
Yeah, and also as Kubert notes out, the double bye week is less of an issue with 4 teams advancing instead of the 2 in Best Ball Mania 3. And we could also get a third quarterback if we
need a third quarterback after that. Preferably not with a 9 week bye.
Let's see here. I like this wide receiver range here as far as Tony, Olave, Sky Moore, MVS.
You don't like Renfro, huh? He's gone now, but I would have taken Renfro. I feel like he's safer, but
yeah, we could. I guess we could have done like Ayuk and then done Russ and Derek Carr and Renfro. Could have.
Gibson should get some play now, but yeah, that or Tony.
Tony,
is that who you like?
Tony and all 3 of these picks are extremely high variance. Big upside, big downside. I guess we can just play the ADP game there with Tony.
Yeah. So what do we got? 3, 2, 1, 2 QBs.
For the audio listeners, we have 2 quarterbacks with the same bye week. Dun, dun, dun. Trey Lance, Russell Wilson. Our running backs, Javonte Williams, ETN. Wide receivers, Adams, Sutton, Kadarius Toney. Tight end, George Kittle.
Week 9 is irrelevant this year, Kubert.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
It's actually even Underdog is taking a bye week 9. They said they're going to kind of just shut down the servers.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Yeah. All these week 9 bye weeks. If only we had 9 more picks to make. Alex, what has Alex done here? Added Thielen. He's okay. He's heading into round 9 with only 2 wide receivers. Alex, what did wide receivers ever do to you?
It's a good question. Everyone who was good 2 years ago.
We got Nerdy Tenor is going to organize a secret bot farm in Russia for week 9 DDoS attack. Thank you. Let's see. What did my guy Alejandro do? Diggs, Aaron Jones, and then just piss in yellow. Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, A Bear, Ayuk, London, MBS. It's a fun team.
Yeah, that's a BBM 3 team right there. Actually, I like that team.
Kevin says, are Thielen and Lockett even going to make it to week 9 at their ages? I mean, what Alex is counting on is when Nerdy Tenor does the DDoS attack, that the entire contest is actually over and he'll have the most points by week 9. I think are these two working in tandem? Now I'm worried.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hoping Montgomery gets those special teams touches.
That's right.
I don't understand how Montgomery can play on special teams when he's not like even that dynamic
Fast.
of running
Yeah.
back.
Right. It makes sense when it's Antonio Gibson because he's actually pretty elusive and fast.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, I remember I get the idea of you want to get your best playmakers the ball, but I remember was it a couple years ago? Maybe it was his rookie year. The Cowboys were having CeeDee Lamb return some punts, and it's like, this guy weighs like 190 soaking wet and is your new franchise wide receiver. Maybe don't have him doing that.
All right.
You mentioned him at our last turn. I'm completely okay with Gibson at this stage of the draft.
Yeah, I like. Okay, yeah, just do Gibson then.
Do you have any other thoughts?
No, I was just gonna say any three of those guys are starting at least.
Yeah.
Like definitely I would take Gibson in this, but like you could go down to like maybe Cook and like BBM 3, but not in here. I wouldn't.
Yeah. Let's do Gibson here.
What bye week does Gibson have?
Gibson's 14.
I
So
was hoping he was on 9.
the contest will be shut down by then anyways. So we don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
You want bye weeks 9 or after?
Yeah. Hubert says Montgomery's advanced stats are not that bad. He's been on an awful team. I got news for you, buddy. He's still on an awful team.
I got an advanced copy of the Theory of DFS.
Did you?
From Blender.
Wow.
That I've been listening to.
Is he asking for feedback or are you just getting a little influencer perk?
He was asking for some feedback, but he's released it already. So
okay.
He only gave me like 2 days to review it. It's like, I can't give you feedback that fast. But he's got some cool stuff there. He's got like spreadsheets too that are with it that you can download, like dupe calculators and stuff like that. Like
I think I saw that hit James McCool and him whipped up some of that stuff for the new course. I'll have to check it out.
Dupe predictors, stuff like that.
So we did have a bunch of wide receivers get wiped out in this range, although one of my favorites is still here. I continue to think Garrett Wilson is one of the most mispriced players in drafts, but we don't necessarily need to take the massive swings in this. What are you thinking?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you're just going to have to do something quick here, Pete.
Yeah, I'm going to just get my guy, Garrett Wilson.
All right.
I'm feeling a little thin at just 3 wide receivers through 10. So let's add Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I don't like any of that there. If I would have went running back, probably would have went Cook or who else was there? Henderson.
This was a nice range for running back picks. Yeah. Sanders, Cook.
Yeah, Sanders maybe.
Yeah. The problem I have with a running back pick there is once you make that pick, I think at max you're doing 5 running backs, and I think you could make an argument you were at 4. And so you kind of box yourself out of scooping another good running back value, or we've started to see running backs are what are slipping in this room.
Mm-hmm.
It just then limits us a little bit, where I'd still like to just kind of keep that running back pocket available and maybe push this to a 5 running back room where we can catch a couple values.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of running back value for you too, Pete, right there with Williams, ETN, and Gibson.
Yep.
Normally you're way more 0 RB than that.
The chat is chirping at my exposures. Only 4.7% CPAT. Sounds about right to me.
That's another new coach situation too, right?
Yep. And I think I actually don't mind CPAT at his stuff. Like he's not, a massive fade for me, but he's not someone I go out of my way to get when I think there's better 0 RB kind of targets in the range he's going. What is my other one? Surprisingly, only at 3.9%. Josh Palmer. Yeah, I find Josh Palmer to be way too pricey for what he is as a player. And I've been playing the Chargers heavily through Everett. Is my preferred cheap way to play it. 16%.
What's your A-Bear exposure?
A-Bear. Ooh, very low.
That's why. That's another reason why you don't have a lot of Palmer.
Exactly. Yeah, if you don't have that quarterback, you're not going out of your way to grab the wide receiver 3.
I kind of noticed that too when I was doing the 10 teams. Is guys like Madison, Isaiah Spiller, who else? There was a bunch of them. They're kind of, I think their ADP is so high because they're kind of just like in that bracket of guys who are just left over after all the quarterback, running back, wide receivers go.
Yeah.
And and then people like, okay, I guess I'll take Spiller, and it kind of keeps his ADP higher. Not picking on him, but just guys like that. And it's just like this kind of feedback loop or something going on there. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but
you just mean just the general dynamic of like people getting anchored to ADP because it's just there and no one pushes it ever further enough to
a combination of anchoring and group think. So everyone's taking wide receivers. So that leaves just Madison and Spiller there every time. And then you say, okay, I guess I have to take a running back, this guy.
I actually don't mind Russell Gage on this team.
Let's do it.
I don't mind it. He hasn't been practicing a little bit recently, which is slightly concerning, but we need to keep adding wide receivers to this build. Nez says round 16 plus is so flat. Yeah, I'd even almost push it to round 15. It gets gross real quick.
What's that mean? I'm not following.
Just that, like, no one stands out from there. That like every player feels like a similar probability to hit after, pick 140 or whatever.
Maybe Alex wants to snipe us.
What is Alex doing? Rondell, Gallup, Lockett. Okay. All right.
I'll tell him who we're gonna pick. Go to the players.
Yeah, let's tell him who. Yeah, who are we gonna pick? Tell him the quarterback we're gonna take.
N'Keal Harry, I like a lot.
There you go.
Put him in the queue. Who else?
Ebner, you said you've been grinding some Chicago film.
Yeah, you got to back up Montgomery in a small field like this.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, maybe I really double down on my hatred for David Montgomery and I take both Herbert and Ebner. I can't wait for my internet to glitch and end up.
And then it just goes out. Ebner getting $500.
Yeah, I want to circle back to this Spiller conversation in a second. Let's see. Anything interesting to you here as far as I feel like it's a running back or wide receiver, and I'm kind of leaning wide receiver.
I don't like any of this.
Yeah.
I don't like any of it. So feel free.
Yeah. Yeah, you already made your I think let's do some Chark.
DJ Chark.
I want to circle back to the Spiller stuff. So
yeah,
Jeff says Isaiah Spiller dream is completely dead at this point. I disagree with that in so much as they let Larry Roundtree go today because they brought in Sony Michel. They have constantly tried to cycle through the short yardage power back in that offense. And all of the guys they brought in to have that role have sucked. And I do think Sony Michel can do that role well. So I think, with the whole Spiller thing, he's a contingent play on Eckler. And I think if Eckler goes down, you would see Spiller doing what Justin Jackson did when Eckler went down. And I think Spiller is a more exciting talent than Justin Jackson. And then Sony Michel would obviously have a role in that situation as like the goal line in early down. So I don't really know if that much changed for Spiller. And Herzig weighing in here too. There's a game theory aspect where, Spiller has been drafted in the 11th to 14th for so long that if you get him in the 16th, even if too expensive, he may be worth drafting. And you're also still getting exposure to one of the best offenses in football in a pretty cheap way. So not a lot has changed for me on Spiller.
I mean, all that makes sense to me, but if these guys are talking about what I was talking about something slightly different of just kind of like the dynamics of drafting that I noticed, where it's like if there's this kind of group think of a bunch of running backs or wide receivers going, naturally you're going to have to take some running backs, right? And like certain spots, you're just screwed, right? Like you have no running backs and it's round 14 or something. So like they kind of have to force it. So they go up a little bit higher. And then that just happens over and over again. And people are just like, oh, I guess I got to take this guy. I guess I got to take Matt. And it seems like it's like the same guys.
Yeah.
Madison, Spiller. I don't know. I'd have to see the list, but.
I might have got too cute there. I was definitely hoping Hamler would make it back to 152.
I saw that too. I just got him at like 180.
Okay,
so,
really? 180 in a BBM? Holy shit.
So I kind of figured maybe something was going on, and I wouldn't have taken him there based off of that, but I guess I just got lucky.
He's someone I try to be patient with because I draft him so much, 21.3%. So I try to get him at least at ADP or after. Yeah. Again, this is a one-off single entry, so maybe that's not as big of a concern, but.
Who did we take instead of him? Who did we take?
We took DJ Chark.
I'd probably rather have Hamler now.
I mean, me too. I mean, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Why don't we handcuff Awesemo and take Khalil Hebert?
I mean, you mentioned not loving the Madison. I think you successfully fudded Madison down to 152. I like Madison on a build like this.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I wouldn't even mind Hunter Henry actually too. But
yeah, Henry might make it back to us. This is a nice little stretch for tight ends here. Everett, Alejandro going out and getting his guy with Hebert makes sense. J Pitt, wow, putting my 22% Hamler to shame, 33%.
Yeah. I don't know what's too – there's got to be a number where you just don't know that much. You don't know that much more than the market. Like, it's just not possible. Unless you're Davis Maddock and drafting Taysom Hill.
When is the last time you updated the basket exposures for the Bric Draft Caddy, this blue?
I did it today, and I'm going to redo it again. He doesn't draft. He drafts on his phone, Davis, so he has to email them to get his CSV.
You're telling me Davis can't fucking log into Underdog on his desktop for 4 seconds?
No, Brave it doesn't work on Brave, bro.
Jeez. I mean, god damn it, Davis.
I need Pats too, but I didn't want to bother him. But and then here's what I did for these is I did the last month and a half, but I think I might go back to your full draft.
Gotcha.
They were fudding Robbie Anderson on ETR's stream today too.
I mean, the queue just got wiped out here. Who do you want? You're gonna make this pick, Brian.
Oh,
I'm making you make this pick.
Galladay's week 9, so don't take him. I'm joking. I mean, take Anderson.
All right. I never take him, clearly. What were the ETR guys saying about Anderson?
That the Visca trade, maybe like Levitan sounded like he thought that maybe there was all this talk about these other wide receivers on their team that maybe they're not in love with Anderson. And they have a new coach too. I don't know. Yeah,
the Visca stuff I don't think impacts. I mean, trust me, you want me to get excited about Visca? I would get excited about Visca. But I mean, I think the exciting thing about Visca is if he plays in the slot. I think DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson will still be.
He wasn't saying that directly, just more so of like all these wide receivers trading for wide receivers, a lot of wide receiver talk, that they might not be that confident in Anderson.
Oh, Eric making a good point. I always forget about the CSV name there for Eric Z is probably getting messed up.
Yeah, I don't know. It should be if you capture your exposures from there, it should be the same.
Let me go look. Rob. Okay. I am just extremely light, Robbie Anderson. I've drafted him in what looks like 4 puppy drafts, maybe no BBMs. So I don't actually have any Robbie. Where am I? Where's our Bulldog? How do you even import lineups? You can get a CSV for best ball drafts. When you download your CSV, it has all the information in there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But we don't need that for the exposures. You could just click the button on the app if you have the app. But
yeah,
what we're talking about something different.
Yeah, with the Bric Draft Caddy, when you go to your completed here and you go to exposure, you filter to whatever you want. So I normally just do my Best Ball Mania. I filter that, and then you hit grab exposures here, and you don't see the pop-up on my screen. It says auto exposure captured. And now when I go back into my drafts, because in the Bric Draft Caddy, I have my exposures as one of the pre-selected drop-downs. Now they're updated in real time on the overlay. So with this build so far, we have 3 more picks. We're definitely doing at least 1 more tight end. Definitely 1 more wide receiver, I think, in this build. And then I think we have a luxury pick. I think we could go kind of hyper fragile here with 4 running backs and use a luxury 3rd pick on a 3rd quarterback, or we could get to 5 running backs.
I mean, normally I wouldn't say we wouldn't need a QB here, but because of week 9 in such a small contest, I wouldn't mind getting another QB, but not right here.
Yeah. I think for tight end wise, I definitely like Higbee here on the Rams. I think Kittle and Higbee's a pretty solid combo. Higbee at 176 feels fine.
You know what would be an interesting overlay for you now after your big dogs? And this guy is to do the entry fee one.
Entry fee overlay?
Yeah, just to see how much you're spending per player across everything. You'd have to capture all your stuff. Yep.
And is that a default one you have available on the drop down?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Well, you have to capture it first, but I mean, you already did. But you just did BBM. I'm saying you'd have to capture just all
everything.
Yeah. Unless you can filter BBM3, this one, and Big Dog. I don't know.
Big Dog, Bulldog. One. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see if we do for 3rd quarterback what options would we have? Baker with Robbie, Zach Wilson late with Garrett Wilson. Did Jared Goff already go? I think Jared Goff went. I think that makes sense. I think Baker or Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Highly doubt Zach Wilson will get drafted in this. He's kind of a good QB3 in this one too, in that he's probably not going to play the first few games of the season.
You don't want to get a running back?
I'm open to get a running back here. I mean, we could build out I do like Jerick McKinnon a lot.
Yeah, any one of those 3 I would take. Robinson, I think he's coming back.
Well, we have Gibson though, so you probably are kind of betting against Robinson.
See, drafting too many drafts.
Yeah.
But just to circle back to like the entry fee thing. So for Robbie Anderson, for example, you had $0. Now you're going to have 500. So he's going to be. That would have been like taking him in what? How many is that? 10? Was that like $20?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm now going to be. So which one of the drop downs is it for the?
It says 20. Yeah, so 25. It would have been like drafting Robbie in 25.
Is it
Yeah, I think that might
underdog
be it.
price?
I should probably know this, but yes, I think that might be it. I thought it was. I told him to switch to entry fees, but it might be price.
Okay. NFL underdog price, ownership, position. I'm trying to see if there's any other. Let's see here. Let's go back.
Oh yeah, you got an older version. It on the new one. It's entry fees. That might be price on yours.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Now I'm terrified to see this.
Well, you'd have.
Oh, it won't complete. Yeah.
You'd have to go back and recapture with
Yeah.
all of it. Yeah.
This is definitely a more jarring number to see. Like when you get them put you have put this amount of dollars on this player.
On David Price. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever that number is, it feels like it's too much.
What, $25 on Austin Hooper.
Yeah. Oh man.
So we got
Helen Eckler.
Yeah.
Speaking of Visca, will the Jags likely sign another wide receiver to be their 3? It actually seems like a good spot for Fuller if he's still alive. I mean, if you're a Will Fuller guy like me, every spot's a good fit for him. But yeah I mean, they're rolling into the season with Christian Kirk, the bag of bones that is Marvin Jones, in fucking Jamal Swagnew.
How much have you spent on Fuller?
Oh God. Oh man. Don't make me. Okay, 375
in just BBM3.
Yeah.
I thought like the Bears should sign somebody, like a Fuller or the Johnson who just got released by the Bucks, like somebody like that. Like,
because isn't Pringle and Velus Jones both banged up right now? It's like Darnell Mooney and literally nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you could stop at Darnell Mooney and like,
he's
your number one.
Oh, I forgot, everyone. I forgot to mention Zay Jones, the other replacement level player on the Jags. My bad. Should we get our guy Baker now for our third QB? Let's double check. Can we triple check the bye week on this, Brian, before we click the button?
We're good.
Can you imagine 3 week 9 bye weeks? Where's it? Are you
Let's
sure you don't want to do
the
Deshaun
DDoS
Watson?
attack? No, don't. No. Don't do it. Listen, now that you got $500 spent on Robbie Anderson, you at least you correlated him, right?
There you go. Exactly. All right, the chat. Breaking news. Bucks 6th wide receiver Tyler Johnson, who was waived, has been signed by the Texans. $600 invested into Baker is insane. Now you can do that with every single goddamn pick. Wait till I talk Brian into taking Visca with this last pick for the double stack, and you guys say, "Look how much money you've spent on Visca Chanel." Where is that? Look at that. I mean, I think it was a sign, Brian, because I've been doing my unpacking today, and I did find my Visca shirt right there.
Are we just gonna waste the 18th round pick?
What do you mean waste? The starting slot wide receiver to get our double stack?
Is he starting? I don't think he is, right?
Who do you think's starting over him?
Higgins?
Nah. Corain had a good stat about how bad Higgins and Terrace Marshall had been in the slot last year.
I mean, if you really think he's going to play, you have $250 invested in LaVisca.
I want $750 on Visca.
That'd be $750. You might get him up to $1,000 if you count all your puppies and shit too.
Imagine spending $750 on LaVisca Chanel. You know
now
what
you have
to do,
capture all of it. Yeah.
You know what you need to do to soften this? You need to have like some kind of curve thing, 18 picks divided by 500, $27.77 a pick. You could like prorate it, get like based on, the first round pick. I didn't actually spend $750 on Visca. That's what it's going to show.
Yep. That's what it's going to show. I mean, that's how Underdog determines it, not us.
That's right. Roll the clip.
All right. Let's look at some teams here.
Let's see. So Awesemo late. Ooh, ESB. Okay, maybe Awesemo has inside sources on the Bears, or maybe he just thought we were making great sense. He's like, you know what? Now that they say it, there is opportunity in the Bears wide receiver room.
Well, now that Johnson signed with the Texans, St. Brown has got a clear path.
Yeah.
That is some old man draft in here for Awesemo. AJ Green.
Before I forget, Sam White says, "Don't let Smiz know he has Visca redacted." I'm gonna do. I'm doing the randomizer with Smiz tonight, so I will definitely bring this up and make him unredact him. Kyle says, "Longtime listener, the Washington Post put a label on you, Pete. Niche internet micro celeb."
Wow.
I have my Google alert has not tipped this off. Can you post the link in the chat or send me this on Twitter? What I was getting referenced about here. I need to know if I need to stage an attack on the paper of record.
I feel like you guys should on Ship Chasing Sauce Awesemo's team in this Bulldog.
Sarah, let's look at it real quick. What did this man do? All right, he did get his 3 QBs. He's a man of his word.
He's a man of his word.
I think he just wanted to be twins with us. I mean, Mahomes and Dak is a perfectly adequate 2 QB build, but he's like, these guys get their 3rd QB with 2 elites. That just seems like too much fun. Let me add Jameis. DeAndre Swift, James Conner, David Montgomery, James Robinson. All right. I like that for the hyper fragile.
Okay.
They're just getting 4. And then this is where it gets interesting.
And then just
Thielen, Lockett.
Trash.
Moore, Gallup, Pierce, DPJ, AJ Green, ESB, and the 3 tight end build. Okay, the 3-4-8-3 by Awesemo. What do the Sims know? What do the Sims know?
That was not simmed. That was hand built, I'm thinking.
That was pure heart. Pure heart. Watch Alex emerge. Alex is gonna waltz out of this room. Let's see. Den was from 1-4. Den, how do you not have a badge? In my eyes, you're a badge bro, Den. You have a badge on the channel. You're in all my drafts. I just assumed you're a badge bro.
You don't want a badge. You want to be one of those badge bros, Den.
Should I, in the same way I've never applied for a Twitter verification check mark, should I say to Underdog, hey, man, I'm a man of the people. I don't need this badge shit.
I think you should. I think you should. Thanks for 20K.
Den, Matt Ryan, 7 picks ADP. Who are you worried about there? Who are you going to get? Backdoor, Paris Campbell. All right. Someone likes Matt Ryan. Breece Hall, Eli Mitchell, Sanders, Hines, Mostert, like that. I mean, sick wide receivers, Chase, AJB, Higgins, Judy, Sky, Boyd, Paris, Samuel. That's a fun wide receiver room. Fant, Jono.
Mm-hmm. That's a good team. A lot of that late steam at RB too.
112 here and only visible for half the draft. I'll block you, Aaron, and you'll never be visible again.
Announce yourself.
That's right.
Announce yourself.
That's right. I've been messing with different board display features. Let me see. Next time I'm gonna cut off the entire back half of the draft.
See, that's why I couldn't multi-table with all the tables, because when you shrink it, it goes to that mobile screen.
Yeah. I mean, Chris, this is what it's like. Oh, when I get the perfect draft slot and get Deebo Samuel to fall to me at 3-1, can you tell me how great my team is? Sure, badge bro. Lamar and Tua, CMC, Edmonds, Hunt, Darrell Henderson, Eno, Rex. I will say this doesn't feel like it needed to be a 6 running back team with CMC, Edmonds, Hunt, Henderson, Eno. What does Rex Burkhead do for this team, I believe would be my question. Tyreek Hill, Deebo Samuel, Amon-Ra, Devonta Smith, Pickens, Jahan Dotson, Duvernay. Looks fine.
Does he have
Alberto? Likely. Taysom Hill. Have you been listening to the Takecast? I mean, what's up with this Taysom Hill shit?
Albert Obro's got bailed the fuck out, huh?
I mean, what a run out. The Visca Bros and the Albert Obros getting a new lease on life.
I was thinking about that one day. I was driving and the news was coming out. I'm like, these fucking guys are like, no, you got to draft early because all your skill is involved and you get good ADP. Then you take 100% Alberto, get totally fucking bailed out. And it's like, see, I told you, you got to barbell it, man. It's like, you don't know what you guys are
doing. Dude, I mean, The whole run out for the Alberto thing is like the Davis Maddock experience in a nutshell. Just a total roller coaster, going ham on a guy, just getting all the worst info, just burying your pick. I mean, Greg Dulcich was going to be that guy, and then getting the suck out that he's back pushing for him on every stream.
I want to see the ADP edge that all these pro barbell best pro pros have. I want to see what is added up, though. Even the ones that went down, that counts against you. Who was that guy who went down? Who's going? The Tennessee rookie wide receiver, Traylon Burks, or what's his name?
Yeah.
Wasn't he going earlier before him?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was going. What?
So that counts against you.
Yeah. Well,
Antonio Gibson, like that's just there's a lot of randomness in this shit.
Oh yeah, I've had my closing line value going in both directions on plenty of players. Garrett Wilson, I was taking in the 9th round a ton, and now you can get him in the 11th round in some drafts.
Yeah, if Alex is still here, did you 150 max the BBM3, or do you plan to? Tim Patrick, yeah, that was nice. Hamler.
My snap take is there's no way Alex has enough time to devote to 150 maxing BBM3. And then the other part of me goes, but he's a robot who does a million things a day. Clearly he has maxed it.
He just plugs in here into the BBM3 slot and then just lets it run.
You're over here sizing browser windows to multi-table 10 in a row, and Alex just does it in a split second via a microchip. Henry Budo, yes, we are doing another main event draft tonight, our last live streamed main event draft on ship chasing, kicking off around 10 p.m. with Crack Rock, High Stakes Grinder, and friends with Robert Kraft. So we will try to get some intel on what's going on with the Patriots from Bobby and Crack Rock tonight, apparently.
All right.
So yeah, Brian, we'll figure out our schedule for next week. Would be fun to squeeze in one more draft. I head out to Vegas Wednesday early evening, so we'll probably have to move time, but hopefully we can swing that.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe one more BBM3 would be nice. 3, and then kind of just balance our portfolio just a little bit more on one more entry, and then call it a off season.
Sounds good. Or were you saying maybe a big dog?
Did I say BBM3? Our big dog. Yeah, get a third one in there.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because the Bulldog too. I mean, the other big dog filled. Maybe we pony up and talk with our friends at Underdog and try to get the Mastiff going, Brian, the 2,500.
I mean, if we could fill it.
Yeah, I'll talk to those guys. I know.
If only they had a pool that we could all enter, and then.
But if you're an influencer, you can just make stuff happen, Brian.
That's
don't
true.
worry about that.
I mean, you are a micro celebrity, according to the Washington Post.
Yeah, what is this? Someone sent me my Washington Post article.
You truly are a double coastal elite now.
Help me know, Brian. Is micro niche celebrity, is that a compliment or is it a body bag?
I think it's a compliment. But I imagine it's more really just descriptive.
Okay.
It's descriptively accurate. I think it's pretty descriptively accurate, right? I mean,
I think it is. I mean, I guess I have to take it here. All right, Brian, anything else on your radar? Obviously, guys, if you are doing your multi-tabling here, crunching to get all these drafts done before the start of the season, highly recommend getting the draft caddy there. We'll highlight your stacks for you in real time, show your exposures and how much money you've spent on players you wish you wouldn't have spent that much money on. Anything else happening with the caddy, Brian?
Well, no, we'll hopefully it's DFS season now, so hopefully we'll have some more updates for DFS next couple weeks. We said during the draft, I updated like the target exposures and stuff, which is kind of like the aggregate of Pete and Justin, Davis, Pat, and that's what I'm using to kind of make my decisions. And I'm gonna be multi-tabling here, so if you see me in those drafts, free V for you.
There you go.
What day is today? Wednesday. So
today's Wednesday.
There's no golf this week, so no ownership. Well, there's live golf on Friday, I think, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do ownership for them. And MMA was off last week, but back this week, so I'll have ownership up on Saturday for MMA.
There you go. All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you to the Badge Bros and everyone who hopped in this draft so we could get this one running. Even you, Aaron, who I tried to hide, who I tried to keep censored from the YouTube airwaves, but we ultimately got it corrected. Good luck. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. If we don't talk to you before then, we'll see you guys next time. We'll be sure to let you know on Twitter and in the Discord when we're going to spin up our last draft. So talk to you guys then.